to our guest Al Brown in a few minutes. You're listening to Senior Talk with Al Greer and Alfonso right here on 1570 WBGX.
Every day. I've been singing like mail that I've been.
With Senior Talk, of course, clearance out today. It's Al Greer and Alfonso Smith. And on the phone we have Al Brown. Is Al Brown on the phone? Is the caller there?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Congratulations on your wedding, and congratulations, Clara, and glad to be among the senior folks, as you say.
Well, thank you very much. Alfonso knows a lot about you, and so do I, but I'm going to let him ask you how you got started and what you're doing.
First of all, good morning, Brother Brown.
Good morning, Alfonso. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Look, this brother, I talked to him, I just called to tell him about the show over the weekend, and this brother and I engaged in a conversation about 20 minutes. I feel like I know him personally. But I want you to tell your story, Brother Brown, because you're a fascinating person. On Friday we had Tasha Joyner on, as you know her too, with her story about breast cancer. And tell your story about your travels and what happened in your life in terms of the cancer piece.
I'll try to do a short version. I've been active in Chicago for too long, and I had the occasion to move to the East Coast back in '07, and I was just going for a routine exam, man, and part of the exam included the visual rectal exam, the finger and the rectum exam that most brothers run from, and they found cancer in it, and when they found the cancer, it kind of caught me off guard, because I had no symptoms, I had no issues or anything. It was just one of those routine exams, kind of like taking your car for a tune-up, And I'm still amazed at the statistics that I found out. When he told me that my PSA was high, I thought it was a public service announcement, and it just kind of freaked me out, because it probably was the greatest public service announcement I'd ever had, because I had no idea how important the prostate was, and I also had no idea how deeply affected African American men are from prostate cancer. So, the doctor was telling me about the best thing for me was a radical prostatectomy, which is just to simply cut the prostate out and toss it away. And which was good, because if you find out you got cancer and then somebody tells you that it's early stage and that they can fix you, then that's great news. But then my inquisitive nature asks, what happens when you cut out the prostate? And when he too casually said that, you may suffer from erectile dysfunction and urinary incontinence, that was an issue for me. And so I did about 7 months of research, and I found a better treatment. So I defied two doctors, matter of fact. Another doctor insisted on me having, they call it stuff, the hormones. And I just couldn't see the hormones either, because I heard about what hormones are for. But anyhow, I took a different route. I went to Houston, Texas, and had my treatment, proton beam radiation therapy, which didn't get to Chicago until 2011. But, it was interesting that, like I said, I found out that we were dying 2.5 times more than white men from prostate cancer. And when you look at over 29,000 men dying every year from prostate cancer, and most of them are black, that bothers me.
Say that number again.
Over 29,000 per year.
It's amazing.
Not every 10 years. Over 29,000 men per year are dying from prostate cancer, and just do the numbers. If we're dying 2.5 times more than white men, then that means that out of that 29,000, most of them look like us. And so that became my priority. It became more important than making money. It became more important than dressing, and and all the sets and the steppers and all that other stuff. And it became like, this is the most important thing going on in my life right now. And I kind of cut it back with guys. You know what? You spared me. You allowed me to be able to catch this thing early, which is the key to every cancer and everything else in life. When you catch it early, you have a better chance of beating it. And so I decided that brothers need to wake up and understand that it's good to be out there and be popular and do all the things that we do and all the priorities that we have. But if wealth without health is, to me, equals stupid.
Precisely.
And so, so that became my goal, became my mission. Some people call it a ministry. So for 2 years, the first 2 years, I was fortunate enough to get caught up into a situation where there was a small grant for educating minorities on health, prostate, breast, cervical cancer, and HIV. The third year, they cut the funding. And, it's like all things. The squeaky wheel gets the oil. Brothers don't talk about it. We don't even want to talk about it. We don't even want to think about it. We don't even want you to think that we are having a problem with it, because anything above the knee and below the belt, it's not something we want to talk about. We got to maintain our manhood. And so, unfortunately, because of that, too many brothers are dying because they're too embarrassed or too ashamed to talk about what's going on with the issues. And the sad part about it is that 2015, cancer is not a death warrant. Most men used to die with prostate cancer rather than from it. But because of, I'm not sure what, and they don't even know why, black men, when they get prostate cancer, it's normally more aggressive. And the reason why we're dying 2.5 times more than other men, even though some people will say because of the lack of insurance and other things, most of us are dying because of late diagnosis. If it's not broken, we're not going to go fix it.
Right.
So by the time we are having issues, then we decide to go to the doctor. By then, it's metastasized of the prostate, which is the only time it can kill you.
Not to cut you off, Brother Brown, but we're kind of pressed for time. So how can people get in touch with you, especially the males that are out there listening?
They can contact me at 330-TIME-499. That's 330-TIME-499. 330-846-3499.
Time for the 99. We started a female group of prostate cancer advocates.
Let me say this very quickly, Brother Brown, is that on the 24th of October, we're going to have a health and resource fair. And I would be elated, I'll talk to you off there, to have you be present there. Is that okay?
I'll be leaving for Houston on the 21st, and I'll be back on the 24th for previous engagements I have. So I'll have to take a bypass on this one. I'd love to be, keep me in mind for any other.
Yes, we'll do some workshops with you with SeniorTalk.
Okay. You can also visit our website